All right, this is part 3 of traveling in the spirit versus astral projection. So as I was saying, the only time I've experienced traveling in the spirit is in my sleep. And it was for the purposes of exposing human trafficking. So the Lord took me to places where human trafficking victims were kept and were being dispersed. And so the reason that he sent me on these assignments was so that I could come up with a strategic prayer, with the understanding through spirit travel, through traveling in the spirit, I was able to see how the human trafficking operates, how their systems operate. I saw how they have children on a list, how they were putting them in boats. I saw a young blonde boy being put onto a boat, and I saw a man with a clipboard with a list of children and all the places that they were going to, the different parts of the world. And I saw that they didn't have names. Instead of names, they had numbers. So this list was full of numbers that represented these children. They weren't even given names. And then I also saw a camp where they kept the women and children and men, and how they trafficked men as well, how they forced them into drug smuggling, and how they forced them into pimping the women and the children, and how they were kept on this campsite. And so I know that these experiences were not a dream, but were spirit travel, because it's almost like you're in almost like a lens. Like when you see, it's not fully like clear, it's almost a little bit blurry, and it's almost like you're looking through a lens, and you're kind of looking apart from, like, you can't, nobody could see me, but I knew that I was there, and I was there to perceive and to take note of what was going on, so then I could come up with a strategic prayer against sex trafficking. And so that's what I did. So that was my experience. Now the Lord has been opening my understanding and teaching me on spirit travel for the last 2 or 3 years, and so I kind of just am dipping my toes into it, and God is slowly teaching me things. And so the more I've become comfortable and open to these kind of assignments for the Lord, the more he is going to use me in those for those assignments. So we need to be open to everything that God has for us, because it all has an important purpose.